Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking from LoyMachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, the date is 24th April 2020. Time right now is 11:43. This is Thailand time. So today's session of UAE and Middle East-based updates, I have a message that was sent to me by someone in the BJP party, which I'll send it to you, about UAE. Then my thoughts on UAE opening up its economy, some bit of international news, public service announcements, then with regards to my friend, the editor in Gulf News, and he receiving death threats. Lots of expat messages, funny stuff, and YouTube comments. Okay. As usual, the timestamp not for each and every individual statement, or I would put it, say timestamp for a group of stuff is put down below. Links wherever necessary. In case you guys want to support the channel, you can hit a like, or you can obviously comment. I love the comments because it is very interesting to know what you guys think. And last but not the least, if you want to share the video, do share it privately in your WhatsApp feed, which always helps. Or if you do want to share on your Facebook, you're welcome. Okay, so let's move on. The first one that I want to highlight is what a BJP leader, as I would call him, he occupies a rather important position as a BJP member. And this is what he said. He was very educated. He was, very articulate gentleman. He does a lot of good work. I didn't have any problems with him. I always tell people, if you have an opinion and we disagree on that and we can still talk to each other, that's great. So we disagreed on quite a number of things, but he was very civil. So what he did is he surprised me by sending me a couple of screenshots with regards to this lady who is the Princess Hend Faisal Al-Qassemi. Now, she belongs to the Qassemi family. If you go to a Wikipedia page, it obviously states that she belongs to the Qassemi family. Now, what you need to understand is, with regards to the royal families, like, let's say one person, he has, let's say a guy, he has 4 wives, or he has 5 wives, or he has X number of wives. Now, each of the wives will have X number of children. Let's say, you can have anything from 30 children among 4 wives to maybe even more than that. In some Arab families, they're even known to have 90 plus children. Okay, so they believe in procreating, having more children, not only the spread of their culture but their religion. So okay, which is their thing, which is the way they live. They're very happy with having large families. So in the royal families, you can have someone who is like, let's say, number 300, the grandchild, 300 or 400, and they can still be part of the royal family. So nothing to take away from the person. The person belongs to the royal family, although I've never heard of her until this tweet, this thing blew up in the news. Now, what actually happened? So you have this Congress versus BJP, Hindu versus Muslim, these ongoing issues which are there in India, and it'll never end. It is always there. And it's not the civil people or the educated ones. There are these idiots who, even if educated, they're still racist. Racism exists in every country, in every religion, in every form. As long as human beings are there, it'll always exist. People have their preferences. So you had this I don't know whether you can call it anti-Muslim, but you had issues highlighting Muslims in a negative light, and especially with regards to, Muslims praying together in large numbers, especially with this virus. So they were highlighted by the pro-Hindu supporters, just as the Muslim supporters highlighted Hindus meeting together in large numbers and praying. So, this was this mudslinging that was going on. So, the mistake that took place was when Indians who reside in the Middle East countries, which are Arab countries, which are Muslim countries, started forwarding, sharing, and liking posts which portrayed Muslims in a negative light. Now, when they started to do this, what other Twitter users started to do is highlight these people, and not only highlight them, but hashtag or tag the Dubai police, hashtag, influential decision makers. And that is where action started to take place. And what was the action? People started to lose their jobs, people started to get terminated, warning shots were fired, and you even had coverage in the Gulf News in relation to Islamophobia. Now, Islamophobia is a term that is being used. Like, if anyone criticizes anything about Islam, even a bad idea, immediately people say it's Islamophobic. Okay, so they hide behind this term. So you can have anything about Islam, anything, whether it's good, bad, ugly. Immediately, if you criticize, it's called Islamophobia. Okay, so highlighting that, a lot of non-Muslims got penalized for this. And in retaliation to this, you had Hindu supporters in UAE, Hindu supporters in India. They said, fine, we'll also highlight these issues where, say, Muslims are speaking bad about, let's say, Hindus. Okay. So now this has been going back and forth, and Prince Hend, I don't know whether her name is Princess, because it's not normal to call someone Princess. In UAE, there's nobody who's called Princess so and so. They're just called, whatever their name is. So maybe her name is Sheikha, whatever. But, then again, I've never heard anyone. This is me, okay? I've never met anyone who's called King Abdullah or in UAE or Princess so and so, okay? So this lady, Princess, whatever, her name is Princess, Hend, whatever, she started putting out messages or tweets. What happened to India? Where is all that love? And she started, putting holier than thou kind of posts like, Mandela, Gandhi, Martin Luther says, whatever, and this and that. Okay, fine, which is good. I don't have any issues and problems with that. But the message that was sent by this BJP person, he's saying, Loy, if she is the high ground for moral standards, okay, that she wants to portray that she is very holy and innocent and all that, what about these posts? And she sent me these. The first screenshot is Princess this is what she says, let's watch as Arabs turn ninja terrorists and bomb Israel. Okay, so she is saying, let's watch Arab turns into a ninja and bomb Israel. After all, they've learned from their best neighbor an example. So does this stand for peace? Another one, the response was, mischievous eyes at the rate and mischievous eyes buck tweets. Unfortunately, men lose interest in their wives, but they're interested in their toys. Okay. Then another one says, I wanted to wear an exotic Indian clothes for India, but my Indian friends advised me to come dressed up as an Arab. How boring. Another one that they sent is, Arab men live in the silent pit of misery around their women, yet the same man around his fellows of species sings like a gay nightingale. Another one is 2-hour movie, 40 seconds sex scene. Guess which part of my religious husband walks in on. Okay. And then obviously there were these other two nice little snap photographs with she and the Honorable Rahul Gandhi. Okay. And you had you had one other post where she was standing with, Rahul Gandhi. And finally, she says, my Quran teacher thinks my strappy shoes are too sexy. I think her niqab is too sexy. So this is not to pinpoint her as, see, she's evil. She's a normal human being like all of us. She feels sex, she feels anger, she feels disgust. She's allowed to have an opinion. She need not be this nicey image. But here's what I think. Here's my opinion. Okay. If you're going to stand up as a high moral ground for goody goody two shoes, then make sure that your image is also very cleany. See, the big problem that people have, if you actually look at her photograph standing next to Rahul Gandhi, see, look at this photograph, and then look at her screen, her image that she has put with so much of filter, with so much of makeup. I mean, why look so like people have been attacking her personally, which I don't think is right. But then again, she looks like I don't know, she looks like this plastic doll. Okay. This doesn't even look like human. Look at this and look at this photograph. I mean, see the difference. So, when you look like that, you come across very fake. If you're authentic with yourself, just show how you are. Why put so much of makeup? Why put so much of like gloss? Why put so much of filter in your photographs to look like, wow, so perfect? So I don't have anything against her message of peace, but then balance the argument. How about highlighting the negativity that Islam or Muslims or the Arab countries do? For example, the racism that is there in UAE. How about highlighting that? How about highlighting special preference towards local Emiratis versus other nationalities? How about highlighting the dual standards that Arab men have? Lots of them go to prostitutes. A lot of them indulge in alcohol. A lot of men engage in violence. A lot of them are ill-treating Indians and not paying their salaries on time. How about bringing up these issues? I would respect her much more if she brought a balanced argument. She cannot do that. Why? Because she only has to speak of good things about UAE, but bad things about other things. So for me, I just take her like a political party where they only highlight the bad of the other party. They throw the baby with the bathwater, and then they want to be taken seriously, which nobody would. So these are my opinion. I can be wrong. Let me know what do you think. Because if you are trying to highlight this is the bad that happens in India and these are the imperfections, how about highlighting the bad that happens in UAE, which you do not want to talk about? Okay, I would like to see that. So next one is let's speak on the opening of the UAE economy. Okay, this is what I got from a reader, which, like many others. Hi, Loy, how are you? I hope everything is fine. By the way, I've heard that UAE is easing its restrictions after April 24th. Now it is for Ramadan, and what's a real scene? Any idea? And it also seems for the next week they're going to open up malls, and Dubai Metro is also resuming. Like, I don't know if they've lost their minds or not, Loy. Is it just meaningless? Everyday cases are rising, and they're trying to do all this shit. Okay. I'll give you my thoughts. Now, if you see my previous videos, I told you that the lockdown will continue for another 3 more months. Okay. But as for the update that was sent to me by one of the guys that was involved in the business meeting, what is happening is UAE is dependent on, it doesn't, its main revenue model, at least Dubai, its main revenue model is not petrol, it's not, oil. It is tourism. And by tourism, it's not just tourism, it is the business. It's a business hub, as you know it. Now, if you close the malls, if you close all business outlets, nobody's going to buy anything. And if nobody's going to buy anything, businesses are going to shut down. As of now, let me tell you, quite a number of them have lost their businesses, have had massive losses, and they have cut down their salaries of staff. They have terminated people. In fact, later on, I'll be sharing with you a couple of emails and messages. People who are in India who can't come back to UAE have been told, you're terminated, your services are no longer required. And these people have loans. They have loans in UAE. So what do you do? So it's like a domino effect. Everyone's losing. So UAE cannot survive. Let's be honest. UAE cannot survive. Not only UAE, no country can survive. See the mess that is happening in UAE. Here in Thailand, you don't have any tourists. So many people have shut down their shops. And the bigger question is, now you shut down your shop. You can't go back to your country. You can't do anything. What do you do? There are, in fact, today I got this news that there are British tourists who have come here and they were living paycheck to paycheck. As soon as the borders closed down, they did not go back. I don't know why. And now they did not go back. Their employer said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay you if you're not here to work. And now they can't travel. So they are imagine they are in Thailand with no money, penniless. The employer is not sending them any money. They are literally begging. I'm not joking. You'll see foreigners, Europeans, Americans begging begging for food from Thai people, which is supposed to be a third world country. They are asking for free food. Give me free food. Look at the condition. Okay, so countries cannot survive. They just cannot. Nobody can. Okay, anyone who depends on a salaried income, if you work, you get your salary. You don't work, you don't get paid. So UAE knows it cannot survive. That is why it has opened to bring a sense of normalcy. Now, do I recommend that? Absolutely. I totally support UAE for this. Why? Because how can you survive? How can you survive if you don't work, you don't earn, you can't pay your bills? Because the rent you have to pay, electricity you have to pay, you have to buy food. You need to have some money, right? Now, if you are a person who has saved money or saved your salary over the years, fine, you don't have to worry. But people who are living, paycheck to paycheck, how will they survive? So UAE has to open it. Now, having said that, uh, I would say that it is very dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. It's not like it's dangerous if people do not follow rules. Let's say someone doesn't wash their hands or doesn't use sanitizer, and that one person can infect up to 60 people. Okay, keep that in mind. See, as of now, if you check I don't have the latest today's update, but every day UAE is putting up posts, which I have to applaud them. They're being very transparent that 400 people got infected or 500 people got infected. And the reason they're putting this is to make people aware that this risk is very real. Don't run away from your responsibility. So every day they mention 400 people are getting sick or 500 people are getting sick, and 20 deaths or 5 deaths or 2 deaths, and also the recoveries. Okay. So now, without opening the metro, without opening the malls, without opening, people can walk around freely, still people are dying and still people are getting sick. Now, after opening, what's going to happen? My gut feeling says you need to open. Number one is you need to open, no questions asked. But number two is, after you open, I can assure you that there will be a slight, not massive, slight spike in the number of people who will get infected and deaths. I'll give you another problem that they have with their so-called testing, which they're doing. Let's say there are 10 people. Let's assume there are 10 people. And you test all of them, okay? All of them are tested. Nobody has a virus. But let's assume, you remember, they say in some cases it's asymptomatic, or I can't get the right word. But let's assume they test 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as they're finishing testing these 5, this guy gets infected. And then this guy gets infected. So they've finished all this and they're finished here. They'll say, oh, we finished testing all 10. But then these 2 guys got infected in between. So now this guy can infect this guy infect this guy, then he'll go again. So unless you keep some kind of rampant test frequency, there's always a risk a person who has been tested can get sick again. So, there are so many questions to ask. But having said that, I would say that UAE needs to open its business. Okay, there are plenty of guidelines and protocols, plenty of documents I've been receiving, and I would say UAE is doing a good job. They need to open it. Okay, I have the report on April 21st. On April 21st, it seems 483 people got infected. As of now, this is April 22nd. Okay, April 22nd on the Wikipedia page. They say the total number of confirmed people who got infected, 8,756, which is really low. I'll tell you that for 9 million population, it's very low. Recovered is 1,000. So for every 8 people who get infected, 1 recovery takes place. And deaths is 56, which is still very, very low. Okay. So is there something you need to be panicky about? No. But should you be cautious? Absolutely, yes. Some tips that I'll give you is take a hand sanitizer with you in your bag. Make sure that you put the face mask on. Please listen to the rules and regulations by UAE. There's a Gulf News article which states all that we need to know. Go through it, make a checklist. And please, when you go for shopping, go alone. You don't need to take your children. You don't need to take your wife, unless, of course, you're really bored in the house. Then, go for a drive. That is if your baby is really very, very small, but go for a drive. Don't go into the shopping mall. Follow their guidelines. There's plenty of rules that they've given. I don't want to go through it. Please read that article. And yes, they need to open up to bring a sense of normalcy, because you cannot stay locked up in your house forever. But you let me know your thoughts. Is it recommended or not? I got sent this image that is in Gulf News, what negative oil prices mean to us. The bottom line of all the research that I've done is oil producing nations are going to get totally fucked, absolutely fucked, and it's pretty bad. Okay. I received this from a gentleman who's pretty knowledgeable. He said, Loy, Texas oil price plummeted, no buyers, and the cost of storing is quite a lot. The contract ends today. Tomorrow, June, new contracts will start. Although 5 days ago, Abu Dhabi Oil Company announced that they will sell barrels for $6.95. My dad, a petroleum engineer, retiree, 43 years in ADNOC offshore, says the cost depends on the quantity and location. In Dubai, the cost of production could reach 75 US dollars per barrel. In Dubai, it's 15 US dollars per barrel. The accurate numbers are always confidential. I guess you can figure out why. I think UAE will suffer big this year. Yes, it's not only UAE, all the oil producing companies. So their ego, their pride, they're dressing up royal and showing off. Those days are over, at least for the next 5 years. This was sent to me by someone really smart. I really liked the analogy. He says, why WTI crude oil traded at minus $37? Okay. So this is a good example. I'm sure you must have got this. Imagine the following. You paid $500 today to commit to you receiving an escort girl for boom boom at your house for the next 15 days because your wife is traveling. This is called futures contract. So you get this beautiful girl to shag nicely, enjoy, have a good time, which is not bad sometimes. Unfortunately, the lockdown came and your wife will be home for the next 60 days. Oh shit. Now you have a girl coming for boom boom, but you can't do the boom boom because wifey is at home. So you don't want this woman to show up at your house at all, and you try to pass this contract, future contract, to somebody else. Only you cannot sell this commitment because nobody can receive the escort in their house anymore. Everyone is full storage with their balls in their wife. Obviously, when your wife is at home, you have to be a good boy. So to make matters worse, not even the pimp, that is Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the main people, they have rooms to receive girls because even their house is full and crowded with a lot of girls. Okay. So you'll just pay anyone, just take the money and take the girl, or take for free. If nobody takes for free, okay, take this extra money, just take the girl. So now do you understand why oil has a negative price when the contract is delivered? So very good explanation. Thank you very much. I love such kind of explanation. You see, to an uneducated school dropout like me, such an explanation is fantastic. I learned so much. I love to study now, if this is how education is. And it's I got this nice little article. It seems Saudi Arabia to take on billions in debt to survive the oil price crisis. Yahi, what happened? We are $2 trillion and your gazillion. Like he said, when they come up with numbers, they come up from their ass. By the way, I want to give you this public service announcement. This is, if any one of you gets a nice little PDF, or you get a screenshot, or you get a JPEG image of offer letter that is coming to you with an amazing package confirming the job, and then they, confirm your employment, and after which they ask you to pay the money for processing the fee, 99.99%, it is fake. So please don't fall for such employment contracts. This was sent to me by somebody, and I told them it's fake. And still, please understand that your Twitter, Facebook, and social media accounts are being monitored in UAE. So as long as you're not only UAE, in the Middle East, as long as you're in Gulf countries, you speak anything about Islam, even if they are at fault, even if there is an Islamic jihadist or a bomber or an extremist, and you say something bad about him, it's considered Islamophobia, okay? Phobia of Islam, okay? Even though you're highlighting that a Muslim man committed this, okay? So as long as you are in a Muslim country and you're having Muslim cash, don't talk about them. Be grateful. So this guy was highlighted by an Arab scholar. So, so much for his days in being in the Middle East. Okay, one gentleman sent me this. When you take a UAE pass, okay, you get one-time user password, and the Dubai police will send you the password. But however, there has been updates going on where people are showing off and bragging that, oh, I didn't even take this and I could go, nobody was checking me. Remember, if they catch you breaking the law, you don't have your permission with you, you will be fined. Please do not risk this. Okay. The last public service announcement that I want to give you is from my friend. He says, I received the above message in Malayalam from a close relative of mine, a hardcore BJP guy, who's a retired MD doctor, possibly warning me of taking action against the BJP government, and posting the translation below. Okay, this is from the BJP, hardcore supporters. The CBI, or Central Bureau of Intelligence, is making a list of those Indians residing in Gulf countries who posted messages against India, Prime Minister, Indian Armed Forces, and the supporting Kashmiri extremists and illegal religious factions, and those who are instrumental in making those who supported the NCR, National Citizens Register Bill, resulting in them losing their jobs in the Gulf. Checking on social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter for all the news and comments that are being checked. This has been communicated to the governments of Arab countries. It is aimed at ensuring that some of these people are arrested and convicted as per the laws of the Gulf countries, and arrest the rest when they come back to India. File cases against them and put them in jail and cancel their passports. Millions of Indians from all the states of India are working in Gulf countries, but some bloody stupid NRI Keralites think Kerala is not part of India and the Gulf countries are their ancestral properties, are in for a big surprise. They're going to be praised in the rat trap set by Amit Shah and will be destroyed. Big salute to the genius Amit Shah Ji. Okay, so this was received, and I can tell you this person is very reliable, the person who has sent me this. So please be careful. Remember, like I've always told you, use social media very intelligently. Okay, coming up next is this is my friend. Okay, first let me give you a disclaimer. Mazhar Farooqui is my friend. He is from Gulf. He works in Gulf News. He is my friend. I've known him for many years, and we have shared a very cordial relationship. I may not agree with his views. I may not. He doesn't agree with my views. Um, but we remain friends. We have a deep sense of respect for each other as human beings. Now, having said that, I want you to know that there are times where I totally disagree with his points of view, and he totally disagrees with mine. But that is what uh, 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 you know a normal friendship is. We agree to disagree. Now, having said that, he lives in the Gulf. He lives in UAE. Okay, he has to follow UAE laws, rules, and regulations. Okay, he does what he is supposed to do. But let me tell you this: there is the good things about him, and there is the not so good things about him. And I'll give you a balanced argument. Number one, um, the first thing that I want to highlight is he received death threats. Okay, for his life, for his family, for his children, his daughters. They have threatened from killing him, murdering him, to raping his daughters, to ensuring that they locate where his daughters are and they cause harm. Okay? Why? Because he highlighted a news that one man spoke bad about Islam or Muslims or whatever. He actually shared the actual story. He shared the actual story that this man, who is, let's say, living in UAE, has broken UAE laws, has insulted Islam, which is breaking UAE laws, and is sharing hate. So he highlighted this article, after which action was taken place, and that man lost his job. Okay, which is no fault of Mazhar, and he will be sent back to his country. Now, this might surprise you, but I'm in touch with Mazhar. Okay, I'm in touch with Mazhar. Mazhar was, this is me giving you my version. Mazhar was pretty sad. Mazhar was pretty, I wouldn't say he was very happy to know that this one individual, he lost his job, he lost everything. He wasn't too happy about it. He wasn't too happy that everyone's jumping on him and pouncing on him. and being very happy. Oh, very good, he lost his job. No, come on, he also has a family. He said he didn't take a lot of happiness in someone else's sadness. Okay, let me put that very explicitly to you. That is number one. Should uh, you know do what do I feel? I feel if you put a tweet or you put a post or you put anything, there is a price to pay for your actions. Every action has a reaction. So the gentleman got what was due to him, and it's no fault of Mazhar. Now, uh, there is always the argument. Okay, if Mazhar is such an honest and genuine journalist, such a great man, why doesn't he put bad about Islam? Why doesn't he put bad about Muslims? Okay, I'll answer that question. Now, why doesn't he put bad about Islam is very simple. He is in a Islamic country. He is in a Muslim country. He works for Gulf News. Now, Gulf News comes under the preview of UAE, and UAE follows Islam. So let's assume he brings an article and speaks about Islamic jihadist bomber. Okay, this is me giving you my version. He didn't tell me this. Let's say Mazhar speaks on Islamic bomber, Islamic terrorist, and he gives it to his employer. You remember this. Every article that is published in Gulf News has to go through, number one is his bosses. It has to get the approval. And after his bosses, it will go through a committee that is there in every newspaper. Every newspaper has a committee that has been appointed by the government, a Ministry of Information, whatever. These are local Arabs, these are local Muslims. They will go through the articles and they'll say, okay, this can be published, this no, this is not approved by the government. Okay, this will get back to you. So they will check. Now, after they approve this, then it goes into print media or it gets published online. There have been many cases where even after the government people have said, okay, approve this, print this, or publish this, after it has been published, it has still been cancelled and removed. It has been retracted. Why? Because someone in the government said, no, I don't want this article to be there. So he's an employee. He has to follow rules and protocol. If it was a free country, if it was a totally free country where you can speak about anything and anyone and anytime, anywhere, he would have published so many articles. In fact, if you think that India is a free country, you think United States is a free country, let me give you actual incidents. In India, if you speak against BJP or you speak against Narendra Modi in an area where Narendra Modi is supported, guess what might happen to you? Just give a guess. You don't have to believe me. Try doing it. If you're in India, write against BJP. Or if you are any part of India, write against the Congress. In fact, I challenge you, write against NCR or write against CA. There will be a price to pay. You'll get some uneducated lunatic guy who has an extreme view. He might actually set your house on fire. They might actually break windows. In fact, you don't have to go very far. In India, you had these two old pundits whose video I'll share with you later. They were beaten to death. Beaten to death. Just because they had some information that they had. So we live in these times. In fact, if you think United States is free, for those of you who love Obama, just Google search Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh D'Souza, an Indian of Indian origin, his parents were. He is educated in the US, a great intellect. I don't agree with his views, okay? But he's a really intelligent guy. He wrote about Obama. He wrote a book about Obama, The Sins of Obama, whatever. Obama made sure that his career, his name, his reputation was destroyed. They had a legal case against him. They destroyed his reputation. They destroyed him completely. They got him kicked out by making a false claim against him in the court of law. And that is where Donald Trump, when he became president, he made sure that his name was cleared because it was just a claim that was made against him. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, you may think that you're living in a free society. You may think that you have views, that you can say anything and everything. Guess what? Even on Facebook, even on YouTube, you put an opinion that is taken as an extremist opinion, you can be deplatformed. Case in point, London Rio, you had David Icke. who spoke on his conspiracy theories, which I don't agree with, which I think is totally ridiculous. I think it's stupid. But they took out the video from YouTube. Why? Because they didn't agree to it. In fact, you don't have to go very far. I put up videos. I put up opinions. I put up actual facts from newspapers. Now, you don't have to agree with my points of view. Guess what? People have threatened me. People have. Can you believe this? Okay, fine. You threaten me. I understand that. People call me names. You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. You this and that. That's okay. They have insulted my wife. They've asked how much did you buy that Thai whore for? How much did you rent that Thai whore for? In fact, do you know my small little baby? If you check Facebook, my small little baby girl, 1 year, 8 months, guys from India have actually called me and said, how much will you take for me to fuck that little girl? Seriously, they've asked me, how much? In Hindi, there's chodne ke liye kitna lega? Something like that, So these are the kind of human beings that we have to interact with. These are the kinds of societies. So Mazhar, as a journalist, he is presenting a fair view within the limitations that he is in. So he can't talk about Islam. That's a fact. That's a given because he is in a Muslim country. But he tries to present a fair view. Now, he cannot speak about Islam. Okay? That is where his hands are tied. Let's call a spade a spade. But that doesn't mean he does not write about bad people or bad Muslims, as you call it. Case in point, for those of you who say, oh, he never speaks about bad Muslims. Well, let me give you the articles. This is one article that he has spoken about. The title is How Hira Group's Managing Director Nowhere Sheikha or whatever faked awards to gain trust. Now, she is a Muslim and she is she follows Islam. So he has highlighted her story. The second one, dead man comes back to life in scam in Ajman. This guy, Hayab Arif, okay, he faked his death, but he's actually alive and he takes money. He's once again a Muslim. Another one, Forex scam, MMA boss sentenced to 2 years in jail. Okay, this guy's name is Malik Naurid Awan. He, once again, is a Muslim. Okay, another story, serial entrepreneur in Dubai accused of being a serial scammer. This again was Aziz Qom Mirza. He is a Muslim. Okay, next one, UAE investors hit as dodgy halal firm folds up in India. This once again is about a Muslim. So the point I'm trying to tell you is he does his job. He's a fair-minded individual. Okay. And I'm telling you again, I've given you a disclaimer. He's my friend. He's my friend. I have a lot of love and respect for that man. Not for anything else, but because he is a man of integrity. He is a good human being. He is a nice person. I don't agree with his views. Even I speak against Islam. He doesn't agree with my views, but we don't have to hate each other. We don't have to. Listen, you can disagree with my views. I will never speak bad about your wife. I will never speak bad about your mother, father. I'll never speak bad about your children. I might laugh at stupid ideas. I might laugh at, you believe in a sky god. Oh, you believe in shouting out your prayers. I've said this. People know this about Muslims. I have made fun of bad ideas. But guess what? I have Muslim friends. I have Hindu friends. I have spoken against bad ideas of BJP or policies that I don't like. I have BJP friends. I have friends who support the Congress. I think Rahul Gandhi, for me, is dumb as they come. Okay. Now, even though I don't agree with Modi, I think Modi is extreme in some of his views. Okay, but I still feel he is the best leader for India because who else has that personality, that clout, the ability to hold? So we should agree to disagree. We should agree to disagree. Okay, and if you do not like a person, fine, but that doesn't mean you threaten their family. That doesn't mean you tell them, "I'm going to kill you." That's stupid, man. That's totally fucked up. All right. Say, listen. You may not like Mazhar Farooqui. You may not like his views. Fine. You may not like me. I may not like you. Let's keep away from each other. But threatening the families, threatening the children, and that's tasteless, man. Even me, if you check my Facebook, sorry, not my Facebook, YouTube, there's so many people with fake accounts saying, I'll fuck you, I'll fuck your wife, I'll fuck your child. Oh, what an ugly kid you got. People have told me. People have said this. So let's, I don't have to say this, but I think a person with integrity, with proper upbringing, would never insult a man's wife, spouse, family, and children. That's as far as I go. You can agree to disagree. You need not like a person's views. That's also there. But let's not hate each other. So this is what I had to say with regards to Mazhar. Like I've told you, he is my friend and I proudly stand by him. I stand by his right to disagree. I stand by his right to state an opinion that I do not like. Okay? But that doesn't mean I'll hate him. Absolutely no. I have issues with certain aspects of Islam. I have issues with the hypocrisy of some Muslims, but that doesn't mean I paint every Muslim with the same brush. I have friends, I have Muslim friends who are gay. I have Muslim friends who drink, who go to prostitutes. I have Muslim friends who do all sort of crazy stuff. Okay, we don't hate each other. Okay, in the same way, they don't agree with my. Guess what? I have been religious, very religious, spiritual, really good human beings. I've told you, my mentor for 21 years, Arab Muslim, Emirati. Okay, he is my friend for almost now 22 years. He's a very spiritual, very good man. He doesn't agree with most of my views. He's total opposite of me. He is a man that represents like character, values, clean, no tattoos, nothing. He's perfect. But we get along, man. So please, let's stop this hate. Let's especially stop threatening people's families and lives. That's totally fucked up. And if we need a civil society, if we need a society, let's be able to criticize one another. Like I told you, Mazhar stays in a Muslim country, Arab country, he can't criticize Islam. Okay? But I'm pretty sure if he was given absolute and total freedom, he would bring a balanced view. He's a good man. Please, let's not focus only on what he can't do. And I'll tell you this, at no point, I can challenge you on this. Mazhar is not a person who would want someone to lose their job, have their family suffer. He doesn't gain any pleasure in destroying people's lives. He's just a journalist who brings out the truth. If you want to really punish someone, it's very simple. Every action has a reaction. You post something online, you are held responsible for it. It is your responsibility and you will pay a price for it. Okay? So if you're stupid enough to insult the host in the country that you are, and you expect not to get punished, that's stupidity. Okay? So you push something, you pay a price for it. That's as simple as it goes. So that's what I feel. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Mazhar should be punished? Punished in the sense, his family, his wife, his children, is that right? Threatened to death? Or should we allow a person to have their views? Have their views, we disagree, but let them have their views. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay? Next one, I thought I'd share this. UAE is in the international news. This is in the Irish Times. Everything is finished. Migrant workers stranded in UAE due to coronavirus. They have lost their jobs. They're not being paid a salary, but they can't leave. So this was in the Irish Times. You had a Daily Sabah that speaks on Abu Dhabi that will borrow 7 billion for the first time. Abu Dhabi, oil-rich country, is borrowing 7 billion. Before it was Dubai that was borrowing money, now Abu Dhabi is. And Al Jazeera that speaks on Turkey blocks Saudi and Emirati state news websites. So the tension is increasing. So these were a couple of news that were in the international scene. Let's focus on, I think, your favorite bit, that is the messages from expats, funny stuff, and YouTube comments. All right, moving on to the funny bits, funny odd bits that people have shared with me. I thought I would share it with you as well. This one was sent with a claim that it is actually some ruling family in Oman. And this is what it says. Oman stands with its Muslim brothers and sisters in India. If the Indian government doesn't stop the persecution of Muslims, then 1 million workers living in Oman will be expelled. I will definitely take up this issue with the Sultan of Oman. Now, and hashtag Narendra Modi. Now, the funny thing is, this was a fake user account. And you'll not believe, I actually saw many of my Muslim Facebook friends who are in touch with me. They mentioned this, yes, unity, and Islam and all that stuff. And the stupidity is Oman's population is 4 point some million, 4 million something. And if you remove 1 million, it's like, what are you left with? So people need to use a little bit of common sense before actually jumping the gun and saying, yes, it's actually true. So this was pretty stupid. The next one was send this. This was from Pakistan. Okay. It's not me trying to bash up Pakistan, but I'll tell you why I found this funny. This is a test zone clinical laboratory of a patient. Name was put there. So I decided not to mention. It's a Muslim. Dated 15th April 2020. Age is 60 years old. It's a person is a male. Now, what made this pretty funny was the end. The end was urine pregnancy test is positive. So you'll say, what is so funny? Well, the person's a male. It's a male and he is pregnant. So, well, who knows, maybe a transgender issue. Okay. Another one, this was forwarded. I do not know which paper is this. I think it's an Indian paper. And it says, royal sex scandal in the UK. Qatari princess caught in an orgy with 7 men. I wonder, how did they manage to get this? And then, to spice things up, juicy details and all that stuff. So I would say not a very fine point for journalism. But my personal view, whether she likes 7 men or 700 men, it's her life. Why are we bothered? But then again, we do not know if it's true or false. Next one. This was pretty funny and apt. Gulf-based bucks with Indian Muslims. It shows that Indians, Hindus, kicking Muslims. See the nice coloring. Orange is for Hindus. Muslim is for green. So Gulf-based bucks with Indian Muslims. So they kick them out. But the same bucks with their sheikh bosses, they kiss. Which is very true. I'll tell you that. Very, very true. Because you see a lot of, I personally know some Hindu friends of mine who, when they were in the Gulf, they were kissing, Sheikh, they say Allah Akbar and all that. Actual greetings, huh? But once they go back to India, these Muslims are this and that. So you can't help it. Because, see, the fact of the matter is when you're in that country, you have to follow the rules and all that. But obviously, I guess they show their real colors once they go back. So what do you think? Do you think this is racism? Do you think it's being a coward? Okay. Anyway, next one. I put this as a funny one. I put this funny because I found it funny. Here's Todd Moore, obviously a fake name. He says, Modi is a great leader. He gets the next Nobel Peace Prize. So I hope he gets the Nobel Peace Prize. So what do you think? Do you think Modi should get the Nobel Peace Prize, or do you think it's stupid and funny? And if you talk of great journalism, a great day for journalism, BBC News, while it seems they're not getting plenty of views, or maybe now they have, diluted themselves, BBC News comes up with this report. And the headline is, Meghan closes a car door. Fantastic. This is called a worldwide article. Meghan closes the car door. This is praise and ridicule as the Duchess of Sussex closes its doors. Well, these are the problems that people are really concerned with. Did she close the door? Sheesh, man, she closed the door. Damn. This was sent to me by a youngster. After he sent me, he says, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un passed away, who is the post-leader of North Korea. And then that youngster, hardly 14 or 15 years old, he said, keep my identity anonymous, please. He's an Indian, based in India, but he wants me to keep Kim Jong-un's video, which was a fake news. He wants me to keep his identity anonymous. Oh, my God. Who knows, maybe the FBI and CIA will catch him. Okay, next one. Now, you might be wondering what's so funny about this. I'm putting Sheikh Hamdan shared a story by an expat in UAE on Twitter. Okay, it says, in the UAE, we have one family and no one is a foreigner. So why do I say that this is funny? Now, this is not me hating on him. He's a nice guy, good-looking guy, good talent, adventurer, whatever. I don't hate Sheikh Hamdan. Okay, but I found his statement kind of funny. In the UAE, we have one family and no one is a foreigner. No. Foreigners need visa. Western Gora foreigners get visa on arrival. Indian and Pakistani and Sri Lankan and Bangladeshi and African don't get visa on arrival. Why? Why you're treating one family as different rules? First question. Second is, why if we are one family, why salary of Emirati local so big? Well, Indian, kachara. Why? And why you have so many corporate racism. Why separate HR department for local, shokal? Check Emirates Airlines, check Etihad, check any of the government companies. Separate HR for local, separate HR for, Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh. Why, yahi, why? If you are one family, why like this? Why? Shuada. Okay. But then again, this is just me pulling his leg. But he's a good guy. Okay. This is me not hating on him. But, let's call it spade a spade. It's not one family. I think this is just a nice little PR to show love and everything else. But at the end of the day, it's business as usual. That's what I would say. Do you think it's one family? Anyway. And the next one, I'll just show you this Lamborghini. Okay. This is not actually that person, but an UAE expat, Indian guy, shared with me his Lamborghini and shared with me his amazing car. He wanted to impress me. I was like, I don't want to actually share because, he kind of trusted me. So he shared with me, him with his Lamborghini, expensive looking car. And he said, see, I'm successful. So then I sent him this. I said, okay, good. By the way, I'm not rich at all. So that, I just have a small scooter. I just believe one thing. If you're actually rich, you're not going to go around showing people on social media that you're rich. If you're actually rich, you keep it to yourself. I don't see Elon Musk flaunting his jet and his car. I don't see Jeff Bezos flaunting his island. I don't see all these rich guys showing that. It's people who don't have the money actually show. See, I'm rich, huh? So come to me and take my advice. That's fucking bullshit. It doesn't work. It's a child's this thing. Anyway, this is not funny, but anyway, it was nice. Someone shared with me, Loy, see, I put your subscribe to your channel and put it on notifications. So anytime you put up a video, this is what I get. So he sent me a screen grab of his cell phone. And one other guy sent me a nice little laptop, MacBook Pro, I like that. And he has put my video. Thank you. That also on bed. Please don't watch and get wet dreams. Okay. So anyway. For people who didn't believe me when I said this guy who is actually, gets hardly $1,000, he sent me his CV and he didn't become my client. He wanted to be my client and he sent me this. But do I have any assurance that my profile will not be leaked? Anyway, see, leak. He doesn't want that toilet leak. So, I put which Fortune 500 is interested in your profile, Your Highness. Because he thinks he's so great that, I'll tell you, his profile was so shit that even a school kid would have a better profile than him. And then he got so upset because I put this, he decided not to be my client. So anyway, no regrets there. This I found funny. It seems Coronavirus Information Center latest updates is Pakistan to keep mosque open during Ramadan. Fantastic. This is what we need. We were worried that Islam is going to spread and you're going to have too many Muslims just multiplying like rabbits. Well, Islam, they are helping us control the population. Good. Pray together. Please play in large numbers, but then don't blame us. And look at the fun. German death toll surpasses 5,000 at the top and below is they'll keep the mosques open. I wonder what will they do when they have a crisis on their hands. Okay. These were a couple of videos that I thought I'd share with you. Okay, the first one is pretty disturbing. If before I do share, if you do get upset with the graphic content, please don't see this. This one is I'll share all the videos I think towards the end, so I don't have to speak as it's playing. This one was a video of the crowds beating up this poor Hindu monk, and you'd see it's pretty violent. The police is not doing anything, and they're beating the shit out of him. This is one of the reasons I really don't want to stay in India, because this is what they do. This is how the people are. Just look at it's inhuman. He's an old man and they killed him just because of fucking uneducated rumors. And they don't give a damn until he's dead. I really wish they catch these people and put them in jail for the rest of their life. They killed this poor old man. There were two videos of this, both the videos that are being shared. Then this one is, one of those sweatshops, as you call it. They're actually making this mask. This is how they're making. These are the conditions, and this is how people make profit. So for those of you who are looking at high grade, quality ISO 9000 kind of stuff, this is what you're actually paying for. Okay. And then the next video, this one is a nice little video by Security Media Obviously, I think it's copyright material, so I don't want to share. It shows where UAE police have this new thermal kind of scanners where they are able to, look at people like RoboCop and just scan who has a high temperature. If it is effective, I would say, a big applause to UAE police. They are doing whatever they can to ensure that people are kept safe. So nothing but praise for UAE for doing this. Then you have another video. This is this guy in Thailand. Well, you can see he follows health and safety standards. This is him having a chainsaw, and he's on a coconut tree with no ropes, no attachment, no safety harness, absolutely nothing, and is actually cutting a tree. Say, I'm telling you, I don't know. He must be doing this from childhood. Or he really has the guts to do this. I mean, I wouldn't have the balls to do this. You really have to be a special kind of a human being to do this. He's cutting a tree. Just look at it. He's just cutting a tree, and I'd be shit scared. Anyway, hats off to him, or whatever. This I thought was pretty funny. These are the videos in the younger days during the 70s and 80s, where people are keeping fit. The guy looks very macho in terms of muscularity, but in terms of his movement, he looks very, he looks very, this is how he seems to do it. So maybe he's the gay. So we never know. But anyway, this is what was working those days. And last, if not the least, the video that I'll be sharing with you is people are asking Loy, how is Thailand, or how is the place where I stay at night? This is after, I think the curfew is after, 10 o'clock. So normally, Samui, the island where I stay, after 10, the nightlife used to begin, or after 9 o'clock, nightlife used to begin. So this is exactly how it is in the nighttime. And this place that you're seeing, this is actually supposed to be super crowded. It's supposed to be like there's no place. You can't walk around with someone crossing. It is completely crowded. And now it's a dead end. It's a complete dead zone. You can see the lights even are switched off. The number of people who have shops have lost everything. Many shops have closed down. Many people have, without jobs. So it's a pretty sad state of affairs. So I'll play all these videos, have a look at all of them. And, I hope you can give me your thoughts on which video you like, not like, whatever. Last, if not the least, this is your favorite bit. And these are the YouTube comments that I've received. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know which is your favorite and which are the comments that you find pretty funny. So let's listen to what my people have to say. First one, Dinesh PKMP. Okay, Dinesh PKMP says, why the Malayalam movie Gadama was banned in UAE? What is the movie Gadama? Gadama? Vasco da Gama? Gadama. He put this in relation to the Hindu-Muslim kind of the tension that is going on. Anyone who speaks against against Muslims of any kind, or they are being kicked out. So that's why the movie Gadama was banned. What is this movie Gadama all about? Please let me know in the comment section below, because obviously I've not seen it, and I understand the bad words of Malayalam, but I don't understand Malayalam unless this has subtitles. Okay, and is it a good movie? Let me know. Second one. Itarat Zedi says, okay, your daughter is so young right now. Okay, this comment was, I put a post with regards to me being strict with my daughter. She sleeps on the floor. She doesn't sleep on the spongy bed. Okay, I make her sleep on the floor. She sleeps without an AC, normal lifestyle. So I put this, that I want my daughter to be raised in a tough situation, not in the lap of luxury. So this is what I put, and this is the response that Itarat Zedi gave. Okay, let's read. He says, your daughter is so young right now, okay? She doesn't know anything about anything, which is true. So she'll think that children are supposed to be treated this way. Means I'm strict with her, okay? Then she'll grow up and make friends and see how they live, which is very true. I totally agree with you. And slowly but surely, a realization will dawn. And what is the realization? A suspicion that will grow into certainty. Okay, what is the suspicion? No, what is that? No, you tell me. That she's living with an asshole. She's living with an asshole like me. Okay, who gives her roti kapda makan, means who gives her a house, gives her food, but doesn't give her the luxury. That doesn't share what he has. Okay, and to teach her the realities of life. What drivel. So Because I don't give her the luxury, because I don't pamper her, she will realize this man who I'm staying with is an asshole. So she's welcome to leave my house. She's welcome to leave, both she and her wife. She and my wife, not his, my, whatever. Not so. I hope that my child realizes that what an asshole I am. Let her go out. Let her live by herself. Let her earn by herself. Let her do whatever she wants. I don't mind. Let her buy an AC. Let her buy a sponge bed. Let her buy a nice villa, but with her earnings, with her money, not with my money. Okay. So let her find a sugar daddy. I have no issues. And while we're at that, many feminists, they also told, oh, you're making your wife work like a housemaid. She deserves better. I've told them, my wife's contact details, her Facebook profile, everything is online. Contact her and tell her to please leave, please go. So that, I'm pretty happy if they go. If my wife can find someone better, even my kid, if you can find someone better who will take care of you better, please go. But my house, my rules. I pay the money, I pay the bills, it follows my rule. That's as simple as it. You don't like, leave. I have no issues. Like I told you, this is the reality of life. And for those of you who feel sorry for my decision, if you're willing to pay month, day-to-day expenses and raise a kid, and my kid wants to come stay with you, please, I'm okay with that. Even my wife, even my baby. This is what I feel. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think children should be given luxury, like all the, they should be pampered so that they can meet the expectations and standards of other rich kids? So, and yes, I'm an asshole. That I will agree. So, nothing against you. What is his name? Mr. Itarat Zedi. I wonder, do you give your kid everything that your, kids' friends have just to meet up with that standard? So, does that make you a good father? Let me know. Next one, Paul and Paula. Paul and Paula sounds like a very legit name with 0 subscribers. Says, Mr. Clickbait. That's me. Thank you, Mr. Clickbait. So, Loy Machedo. You don't have an online business. No, I don't. You only earn dollars. Okay, I earn dollars when you make clickbait videos about Dubai. Okay, billions I make. Okay, criticizing or highlighting a rumor. Yes, thank you. There is no value or substance that you provide. Yes, totally agree with you. Fantastic. Like Russell Peters said, mind blasting. Then what he says, people who don't like Dubai come to view and enjoy your videos. So what is your problem, sir? They are enjoying. I'm studying rumor. I'm putting clickbait, and people are enjoying. So I'm giving entertainment, and people are enjoying. What is your problem, Mr. Paul and Paula? Okay, actually, it's your fault. Yes, thank you. You could have been a proper consultant. Yes, I know I could have been, but I don't want to be. But clickbait money entitled you to become a negative, non-serious guy who's just a clickbait and making quick bucks. Quickie, fast. So when you know I'm a clickbait and you know I'm a negative guy and you know that I'm making billions of dollars through my fans, what is the problem? What is the problem? I don't understand. Paula. Okay. Ralph Boys, the Z Boys, says, shut up, stop talking shit. Okay, Ralph Boys. Next one. Said Shafiq says, Loy, I never thought there was a cunning, immoral politicians in you. Vote for Modi. Vote for Gandhi. Yeah. I'm fast losing respect for you. No, Syed Shafiq, don't lose respect for me. Your respect is so important. Syed, I'm losing your respect. I'm afraid you are another fake. Syed, I want your respect. Please. Suzanne James. Suzanne James says, imagine getting advice from a man who don't know to groom me, who don't know to groom me himself. You don't know spelling, Susanna James. Imagine getting advice from a man who don't know to groom himself well. He has tattoos on his face and he thinks he looks cool. No, I look like super cool, not just cool, super cool. Okay. Hate to break it to you, please break it. You look pathetic, but it looks pathetic. Boy, it looks pathetic. You're nothing but a cheap, fraud, sexist, misogynistic crap who thinks he's the best. Yes. Nobody knows you, but you know me. Okay. Nobody knows you. Yet you claim to be the self-proclaimed best personal brander. What the fucking is a brander? What is a brander? Like grinder, like blender? Okay. Brander of the world. By whom? By my father, my papa. Okay. It is like getting first prize in a race when you're the only participant. In my channel, I'm the only participant. There's nobody else. So in my channel, I can be number one. Which idiot will say I'm number four? Okay. Get a real job. Why your father will give me salary, real job. Okay. Rather than hunting for clients, dumb enough to invest in you. Loser. See, even peoples give me monies. You want me to say no and take up a job like being a keyboard warrior and working for somebody, cleaning dishes like you? What you want me to do? To be like you with 0 subscribers? I'm happy putting my what I'm happy being fraud, sexist, misogynistic crap. See, by being that, I'm still getting in. Then what is the fuck is your problem, idiot? Okay, next one. Samar Yasar Jain. Okay, Samar Yasar Jain says, Roy, one question. Okay, what is your question? If you take a credit card, but we never use it, still should we pay for the credit card? Yes, Roy, kindly respond. When you take a credit card, it's a financial instrument that comes with certain, terms and conditions. You need to read the terms and conditions. Some credit cards have, if you cancel the credit card, you'll have to pay some fee for having the card. Some credit cards have hidden charges. Some credit cards have some premium kind of benefits like insurance or whatever without actually telling you. So they can charge you for this. So always read the fine print, the terms and conditions, and explicitly ask, if I cancel the credit card, are the charges? If I don't use the credit card, are the charges? Because even if it is 0.01 that is not paid, for that 0.01, you can be slapped with finance charges of not paying that 0.01. And that is where I'm not joking. I actually know people who had to pay like 60,000 or whatever because they didn't pay the 0.0 something and they got slapped with fines and all that. So please always, it's your responsibility when you take a card or a financial instrument, check the fine print, check what they're not telling you. Explicitly ask. Never, remember, there's no such thing as free lunch, even if you assume that there is. So credit cards are nothing but traps where people want you to be tempted to spend, and that is how they make money. If you assume that anyone is doing you a favor by giving you a credit card, you're stupid. Just don't take it. If you don't need it, don't take it. Okay. Next one, Gorilla Glass asks, what is an Indian's average salary in Dubai? It all depends on profession. It all depends on career path. It all depends on job profile. It all depends on the company. Like an average office boy will get $200 to $300 a month. An average, but then that changes if you are an office, let's say not office boy, if you're an office boy for a hotel. For a hotel, you might get even less than that. You might get $150 because you get food and accommodation for free. So it's like me asking, what is the average person salary where you stay? What is the average person? So there's a cleaner, there's a CEO, there's a manager. So it all depends. There's no such thing as average salary across the board. It depends on profession, it depends on career, it depends on if you're looking for an office executive, starts with 1,500 US dollars. Sorry, 1,000 US dollars. If you're talking of office starting position, if you're talking of say blue collar jobs, you can start anything from 200 to 300 US dollars onwards. So depends. Okay, it all depends. Next one, Ami Armi says, "Hi Loy, I left Dubai in 2015 after 10 years of stay over there. Accidentally, I found your channel and I love it. I left with a salary of 30,000. Fucking hell, that's a good shit fuck salary. 30,000. At Al Fudaim and my wife, 12,000 as a French teacher. Normally, teachers get 3,000. She must have been really good. Must be Gora. Both of you Gora. Or whatever. Must be she's really smart. One of the two. Okay? Not that Goras are not smart. Goras are also smart. Don't misquote me. But I never regret. I'm earning much more less in Quebec, Canada, but I'm a happier person. Strongly advise everyone to use Dubai as a bridge to save some money and move to a better future and their kids. I totally agree with you, because Dubai is a passing phase, unless, of course, you're making millions and you're guaranteed to have great savings. Then you can use Dubai and keep renewing your visa. Otherwise, if you're looking for a future citizenship, Dubai is not the place. Dubai is a mirage that can end anytime. Be smart and leave before you're forced to leave. Good luck. Thank you for the great job. Thank you very much, Ami. Great to have your comments. Next one. Lisa Dila Garza says, "Hey, Loy, you want to hear a joke?" Yeah. Okay. But what's a joke? I don't know. Never put a joke. Okay. Next one says, Krishant Kumar. Listening to Loy's update is way far better than Gulf News and Gully Stance. At least Loy doesn't lie. He is honest. Hashtag Loy Machedo. Thank you. Krishna Kumar, you are my bestest friend. I like you very much, Krishna. You are a good guy. Thank you. That's all. Yes. Gulf News and Gully Stance. Hey. Thanks, Krishna. Appreciate the comments. K. Adnan says, Muslims never discriminate. Really? Okay. Muslims never discriminate. Discriminate. Must be that can be right. Discriminate, no, but discriminate. Okay. Oh, please, religion deserve no respect. Humans do. Okay. Fine. Humans do. Then why you are categorizing them in their religious context? Just put human beings. Good human beings don't discriminate. But then again, when you have a human being, they always do shit. I'm just pulling your leg on that. Anyway, appreciate your comments. This guy, his name is Justin Narendran. He is almost in every YouTube video. He puts a comment, and he always puts Loy Namma Huduga. I think that's Kannada, not too sure. Kannada or Tulu. Okay, I'm not too sure. But Justin is very dedicated, always puts a comment everywhere. I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you, Justin, for always putting a comment. Wherever you are, whichever part of the world, I think you're from Bangalore. I appreciate your support. So I just wanted to give you a big shout out for always putting a support here. And he's always putting this Loy Nama Huduga. Okay. So Nama Huduga to you too. Okay. Next one. Jennison Koshi. Oh, very Jennison Aniston. Okay. Jennison Koshi. My God. Which God? Allah? Amun-Ra? Shiva? Whatever. Do you get paid for repeating the same old normal news by YouTube? Yeah, of course. YouTube pays me billions of dollars, bitch. Ha ha ha. You get paid for the same old news? I don't know. But what can you do if nothing exciting is happening across the world? Next one is, what is this? Pinky Gaming. Nice name, Pinky. Pinky Gaming says, the letter sent in regards to Expo 2020 is already stale news. Okay? Why don't you tell me something fresh? In which the whole world knows by now it's going to postpone until next year. Well, you're a genius, Pinky. The letter is also fake, just like you, Loy. Oh, okay. All right. If you say it's fake, it's fake. Okay. As you can see, it's not written on any letterhead. When I get any letter or anything, I censor the names. If you're talking email, I always censor names. If it's a letterhead, I get what I share what I get. So I don't know if they're fake. That is why I always put a disclaimer. If you see my videos, right at the beginning, there's a disclaimer that this stuff is sent to me by people from UAE or my viewers. Please do your homework, okay? So I give you the benefit of the doubt. It can be fake, yes. For all you know this, Loy M himself has made this letter just for propaganda. There's a possibility I can make a letter, but then it's too much of hard work and effort as it is making the fucking video so long. It's such a big headache. You think I'm seriously going to spend my time to create a letterhead and then share that? It simply complicates things. Easier than that, someone else sends me the stuff. So I don't see any logic. But then again, if you want to believe that, fine. As this moron Loy M, oh my goodness, only he wants publicity to fill his jobless pockets. Hey, Pinky Gaming, why you hate me so much, man? I don't complain about your pinky nonsense. Okay, next one. Samir Shah. Oh, must be a relative of Amit Shah. Let's see what he says. Why the YTF? Why the fuck? Even give her sticky rice. Means, why do I give my baby even sticky rice? I'm strict with my baby. Throw her on the road and see if she can survive. Should try that sometimes. Let's see if I throw her on the road, what will happen? You fucking retard. Why you don't like me, man? She will learn everything at an age when she needs, not now when she's 1 year, 8 months old. Ah, thanks, Samir Shah. I will consult with my wife and see if we agree with your point of view. Okay, next one. White dog, white kutta number 17. He says, you calling yourself a bum. When did I call myself? I'm a bum. Okay. You're all over social media. I'm all over social media just for people to watch the update and for me to market my services. It is not for me to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I just want to be rich, make money, but be shh, because the less you are shh, the more money you make. Okay. And plus, I never called myself bum or I never called myself white kutta. Okay. Next one. Mesh. Mesh says, your video was quite cynical, non-factual and prejudiced and is the main reason why India is what it is today. Thank you so much. Simple English will help you next time. It will suffice. Please don't use a hi-fi language. Okay. You're a waste of time, Loy. I'm sorry, that's not your. It is you are a waste of time, Loy. Just please, your English is not up to the marker. You're a waste of time, Loy, and a anti-national fucktard. I didn't know fucktard was a word. Okay, anti-national. So anyone who criticizes bad things that happen in India, like rape and murder, is anti-national. So you are a national. You're a true national that you support rape and you support all the racism and sexism and all the bullshit that goes on in India. You're a great national. Good. India needs people like you. So you remain there only. Then he says, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Oh, plagiarism, you copied someone else's quotation. Please give due, credit due where credit should be due. If you're using someone else's quotation, always give credit to them. Don't be a plagiaristic asshole. Okay, then, in this unprecedented pandemic, unprecedented, fantastic English, when the world powers and intellectual leaders are praising India and Modi, your hate is too obvious. Fantastic, fantastic. The world leaders, world powers, and intellectual leaders are praising India. India is so great, and Modi, they're praising India. Your hatred is so obvious. You're so smart. What else? Understand, you have to suck up to the Emirati to live where you do. Really? I stay in Thailand. I'm talking bad about Emirati. So how am I sucking up to that? Okay. Just watch as oil loses its power. Da-da. Then stop being a hater. You should be a lover. A tattoos or brown nosing. My nose is brown only. Okay, brown nosing won't hide who you are. My tattoos don't hide. It's not like hide and seek. Okay. You are a non-proud Indian. I'm just an Indian passport holder. That's what, technically speaking. The kind that have fucked the country since forever. Have fucked the country. Mesh, you are a fantastic. Your imagination blind blasting and your English is so advanced. Please, I need dictionary to understand you. Okay, next one. Ammar Ahmed says, what about Modi mindlessly terrorizing 200 million Indians? A very, very narrow-minded post, Loy. So if I put any post, anything that goes against people's views, I'm very narrow-minded. So if I agree with you, I'm very broad-minded. Okay. Todd Moore, continue. It's so great to read his great opinions. Let's listen to Todd Moore. Todd Moore, Loy, what do you call us? Freeloaders, bro, because you don't pay me any money, bro. That is why I call you loaders, bro. We generate revenue for you by watching your shitty video. Good. Todd Moore, I need more shitty people like you. Keep watching the video. That is why I allow you to comment. Why do you think I allow you to comment with your nonsense? Please, bro, tell me, bro. I think you should pay us some money. Todd Moore, if you keep a fake name with a fake account hiding behind a fake profile, how can I send you the money? Send your real name, your real location, your real contact details. So then I will give you money. Todd Moore. Okay. Next one. SM says, this Ramadan, stop buying US and Israeli products if you're a real Muslim. Yes. Allah Akbar. So if you're real Muslim, not artificial Muslim, real Muslim, And then you should stop using YouTube because it's not Muslim. You should stop using social media because it's not Muslim. You should stop using Facebook or Twitter because it's not by any Islamic scholar or by any Muslim. Stop using all this. Then only Allah will be proud of you. Until then, don't use even YouTube to share this message. Next one. This was put on my Facebook, so that's why. And by the way, I'm friends with him. We spoke. We are pretty chill pill after that. His name is Aish SH. He is saying, "You're being too repetitive, man, nowadays. But I wish you luck." And then I gave him this big long lecture. In other words, you can read it. It's on my Facebook. What I said is, this is not me trying to attack him, but rather to respond to him. There are people who do find my content repetitive, which is very true. And I'll tell you honestly, at some point, you will find it repetitive because I speak on Middle East, I speak on UAE, I speak on Dubai, and the problems are the same. They keep repeating themselves. It's nothing new, it's nothing innovative, unless, of course, something, totally like crazy will take place. So yes, you will find my content repetitive because I'm giving you the problems that always exist and that recur. So just like if you go to a pizza, let's say, restaurant, they will give pizza and you'll get bored of pizza. So, to keep the excitement, they bring out the new pizzas every time, or they bring out with new dishes, maybe a Chinese dish or something that's maybe not pizza related. But there's only so much you can do. Like even me, there's only so much I can do. I specialize in personal branding. I specialize in Middle East news. So at some point you will find it boring. So that is why I always recommend a change is always good. Just as you don't eat the same cuisine, you don't eat the same dish, you try something new. So in the same way, many of you would find what I do repetitive and boring. It's time for you to move on and check out the variety that is there on various social media platforms. So I don't disagree with the fact that I can be repetitive and boring. Yes, you're very true. That is why I encourage you try new things. But then again, remember this: it's very easy to criticize and say someone is boring. My question is, how original are you? How much of content do you create? What is it that you do that makes you stand out? So instead of pointing fingers at others, I think sometimes it's good to look into yourself and say, how exciting am I? What am I doing differently? Rather than just sitting on your nice little chair and pointing fingers at others, sometimes good to take a mirror and look at yourself. Okay, last if not the least, the final comment of the day is this was my response to a client. Okay, this was my response to a client. Obviously, I don't want to, disrespect the client, but the client had asked me. The client is a young boy. Okay, client is a young boy, and he asked me, Loy, what if I were your son? What would you say to me? Because you see, there is a reason why I don't take youngsters, why I don't take college students as my clients. The reason being is I'm a little too hard on them, a little too tough, because I've seen the realities of life. People expect, especially today's generation, they expect you to be very encouraging, motivating, praise me, uplift me, agree with me. It doesn't work out that way. The reality of the world is a very tough place. That is why I'm very tough with my daughter. So he thought by saying, if I were your son, that I would be very loving, sweet, caring. This is what I answered to him, and I'll read it out to you, and you can give me your thoughts. This is what I told him. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be my son, because if you were, I would bitch slap you from here to kingdom come. You want to know what I'll tell my son? I would fucking tell my son. I wouldn't fucking tell my son anything. I'd make him work and work like a fucking dog. Let me give you an example. My daughter, she's 1 year, 8 months. I have a soft bed. Not that I have, or I sleep. I have a soft bed, but I make her sleep on the floor. I have 4 air conditioners, but I make her sleep without AC. I have enough and more money to buy her all the chocolates and ice creams in the world, but I don't. I have the capacity to buy her all the best expensive fast foods, which she loves. She loves, obviously junk food, but I make sure she eats, the Thai food, simple sticky rice with fresh food. Okay. Why? Because she needs to know the reality of life. In fact, when she even falls down, I don't pick her up. I make her get up. I'll explain to you so that you understand after I finish reading this. Now, to answer your question, if you are my son, I'd make you work like a dog, 18 hours a day, and being a cleaner, to being a seller, to being a repairman, and not on social media, because that is where the real world skills are first. Not on the fucking PC, not on the smartphone, and not Absolutely not on social media or fucking social media apps. That is for bums. Got it? Okay. So I'll explain to you so that you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. Now, I sleep on the floor. I sleep also on the floor. My daughter also sleeps on the floor. Okay. The reason why, and I make my daughter eat simple food, not chocolates, ice creams, fast food. I'll explain to you why. My wife comes from a very simple, poor family. She's a rice farmer. Today, she stays in this nice villa. She has all this nice food and everything else because I'm earning. If I were to die tomorrow, if I were to die, she will go back to the village. She'll go back to living a simple life. My baby will stay with my wife's parents, and they live. You must, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that when I go to the village, I live like them, simple, just fan, no AC, no nothing. So I want my wife and especially my baby to know how to stay like a simple Thai person. Because if she can live a simple life, she can live anywhere. But if I make her get used to the lap of luxury, like bed and comfort and all that, then she'll expect this to be the standard. In fact, you don't have to look very far. Look at the number of children who have been given smartphones, smartwatches, gadgets, who have been given expensive stuff and gaming PCs. And, in fact, we even see this in the news that a child was gifted a BMW or an expensive car, and they threw the car in India. They threw the car into the river because they wanted another expensive brand like I don't know, Bugatti or Lamborghini. Because it was given a BMW, they threw it. I personally know of a Indian family where the father bought the son a Pajero, and the son took an iron bar and smashed all the windows because he was angry because on his birthday he wanted a Hummer. He didn't want a Pajero. So I've seen how pampering a child can corrupt the child. In fact, even in Thailand here, you have so many children who use their social media, their phone. They're just addicted to it. They have to be on Facebook. They have to be on social media. So I want my child to see the hardcore realities of life and not be fooled by trying to be famous. Do you know the number of children who want to be rich and earn seven-figure income on social media, on Facebook, and they just want to be rich and famous. They don't work a normal job. I have in my groups so many youngsters who say, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. They're just 17 or 18 and they're saying, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a forex trader. I'm a social media expert, SEO. And they don't go to work. They sit in the house. They want the father, mother to pay the bills, and they want to portray and position themselves as a coach, as a successful guy. I don't want my child to be this. I want my child to know the realities of life. So in case I die, my child can survive and live anywhere. I'll teach my child the difficult jobs. I'll teach my child how to sell in the real world. I'll teach my child the tough things. In fact, even if my child wants pocket money, you do the work. You do the work and then you'll get the money. And, I'll teach my child that she has to be humble. She has to work. So if you feel this is wrong, fine, this is your opinion. But my child, my house, my rules, this is how I feel. I feel today's children do not know the realities of life. They are so influenced by what they see online, this glamour, this blitz, this comfort. They think that is the standard. And that is why I know so many children. I know so many successful big guys whose children, oh my goodness, they are absolute horrors. I've seen, when I've gone to Starbucks, I've seen kids, the kid is shouting and screaming, okay, but because the kid wants a particular ice cream or something. And when the kid was given something else, which they considered healthy, the child just threw it out. I've even seen kids wearing very expensive headphones and very expensive iPhone and trying to pose and all that with sexy outfits showing their cleavage. You're talking of 14, 15-year-old. This is the new norm. I'm sorry, but this is not allowed. In Thailand here, I don't know about the country that you're, they even have teenage pregnancy as young as 13. As young as 13, children being pregnant. I've seen a 16-year-old with her boyfriend, 16-year-old with a boyfriend and a baby. This is what I've seen in Thailand. So my child stays in Thailand, and my child can. This is a very real possibility of what can happen. So I need to make sure right from day one that rules are put in place, and I'm doing whatever I can to ensure that my child is given the best upbringing. In fact, if my why I said if my child falls down, I don't want my child to look, where is my knight in the shiny armor to lift me up when I'm hurt? Who will wipe my tears? No, I want my child to know, you fall down, you lift your ass up. You cry, you wipe your tears by yourself. You fight it out. I'm going to teach her all the realities of life. That's me, because I went through a lot of suffering. I went through a lot of pain. I went through a lot of horrible things in my life, and I came out to be strong. That is why I am who I am today. So this is the way I bring up my child. If you feel this is wrong, let me know. What do you think? What is the right way to bring up a child? So anyway, guys, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. Let me know what are yours. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off for now. Take care.